All right, y'all. Here's the last part of our section on parties, about third parties. We'll look more at this in class a little bit, look at some examples as well. So grab this section of your notes right here, please, if you could. And let's take a peek at our slide. So first off, third parties are parties that are simply not one of our main two, we call them, because we have 1-2 or 2-1, Democrat, Republican. Everything else is third. Problem is there's hundreds of third parties. Everyone can make their own political party if they want to. And usually they're the ideas that maybe don't 100% go along with the Democrats or Republicans. They started a long time ago in the 1800s and 1900s and still continue yet today. Today, the Libertarian Party is probably one of our most popular ones that are out there. And I'll talk more about them in class to a degree. So a lot of times parties are tied to a certain thing, right? So for example, sometimes parties are tied to an issue. If I want something really, really bad, I'm going to make a political party with like-minded people and present that issue. So in the 1800s, prohibition was a big thing. We wanted to ban alcohol because it was bad for people. Well, we made a prohibition party, right? And they eventually got alcohol banned when one of the big parties picked up that idea. The U.S. Marijuana Party was made back in the 60s and 70s as a way to legalize weed in the country. And their big idea was around legalizing weed. Okay, they have other things they care about too, but that was the main thing, right? Which is the issue that later on got picked up by the Democrat Party. The Green Party, right? They're a little more liberal, but they really care about the environment. So their big issue, they care about other things too, but their big issue is the environment. And a lot of their ideas go more forward towards the environment, okay? And they're one of the bigger parties that exist. And so they may be around the issue, right? Sometimes other parties get tied around an idea or belief. So we have like different groups like Socialist Party. There's a Socialist and Communist Party USA. People who are super, super, super left and believe in that we should have a lot more government control of stuff. I had a roommate in college who was the head of the Communist Party in Madison, believe it or not, and I'll tell that story in class. You also have Libertarian Party. Libertarians literally believe that there should be little government involvement at all. They're super far to the right, kind of that down right corner where they're going to be like, I don't want anything, right? I don't want you touching my economics. I don't want you touching my social stuff. Leave my job alone. Leave my money alone. Leave my house alone. If I want to work a job I want, not pay taxes, hang out my house with my same-sex spouse, grow my weed and protect it with a gun, you can do that kind of thing. So we want as little government as human possible, and that's where those parts kind of come around. The last kind of party is one tied to a candidate, okay? And that means that one person's running and you kind of back around them, okay? Last election, we had Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who was kind of that to a degree. He didn't really have a party, though. He was just kind of independent. But in the past, there have been candidates who kind of made their own party. In the 90s, there was Ross Perot. He was a candidate who made his own party called the Reform Party. He was a little more conservative. If you look very closely in my classroom, you will see his poster in the back. But he ran for president and got some votes. Didn't win any states, but he got some votes. George Wallace in the 60s ran his own called American Independent Party. It was based on segregation. He wanted to keep it going and repeal a bunch of civil rights laws, but he was a governor from Alabama. They tried to assassinate him too. But he made his own party around him and those issues, right? So around a person sometimes. There are a lot of different ones on here. Some of these will probably shock you a little bit, but they exist. A lot of times they're not real popular because they don't have the money, they don't have the name recognition, and not enough people to combat with the big two, the Democrats, Republicans, Democrats, however you want to say it. But a lot of times their issues, if important enough, will be picked up by those big main parties and brought forward. So there we go, guys. That's about third parties. We'll talk more about it later on. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate y'all. Bye.